It is day 6. The players has entered the Adriatic Sea, and this is the last part of the race. They're racing upwind towards Trieste, and right now they're in a very hard wind. We are experiencing 40 to 80 knots of wind. But things are happening, things are developing, so the players needs to be tactic and create their strategy for who will be first in Trieste, arriving at Bacolana. When we saw this race, we saw how we started in Genoa, racing down to Straits of Messina, rounding the foot of Italy, and now we are in the Adriatic Sea. Will the players choose to go to the Italian coast, or will they choose to go to the Croatian coast? Who knows? Maybe we'll find the players jibing and tacking all the time, all about the wind conditions they are meeting in this race.
Maybe we'll see also, because I see that now we have 3 groups. The leading groups that is going straight in direction of Yugoslavia. Let's see, ex-Yugoslavia, the Balkanic area, and is not taking as we made. There is another group that was after me, that is also finding a very good angle, and in fact is reducing the space by me. And then there is the group where I am, that is now taking in direction of the gate. And I think that I will take one more time, and then I will cross the gate.
And a small update what has happened the last 24 hours. If we're looking into it, we saw the fleet was approaching the Adriatic, but right now they are all the way into the Adriatic Sea. If we are looking at the leader, we can see they're starting racing towards the coast of Albania, and then maybe thinking about going towards the Croatian coast, but then the wind condition changed yet again, and they choose to change direction, going in towards the coast of Italy and following the coast all the way. But right now, they are, I have to say, they are going upwind, they're tacking in towards the middle of the Adriatic Sea. Will they continue all the way to the Croatian side, or will they continue tacking in towards the middle? Let's see how this will unfold. Going into rounditaly.com, we can still follow the real race, the real regatta that's on. Yesterday, the real regatta was leading. Let's go into the tracking. And watching the tracking, we can see that the fleet also chosen to go towards the Italian coast. It's still Carnac in the class 40 that is in the lead. They also went up to Bari, but then they tacked a little bit earlier than the virtual fleet towards the coast of Montenegro and Croatia. And when we are seeing here, Carnac has chosen to go all the way to the opposite side and not keep themselves in the middle. The leading boat, or the Maxi, those who wants to break the record, Pendragon, they are already in front of Split, going towards the small islands. And when we see Pendragon has not many hours left to race, they are estimating finishing this race in 18 hours. Right now, they are in the lead in front of the virtual world. And normally we see the virtual world be in the lead of the real world.
Right, so off the southern tip of the Italian peninsula, a very light wind patch developed, and the wind came forward, so we were having to beat into 2 knots. And the lead pack of approximately 100 to 150 boats got around the corner before that. So they were sailing into increasing wind, while the rest of us were stuck beating into 2 knots, and the lead just expanded from there.
Yeah, it looks, and we're almost actually as far as we're actually going to beat up the Italian coast, but the wind has been shifting from north to west as we've gone up the Italian coast. So you just always want to keep getting back on that Italian shore. And when you finally depart the Italian shore, we're almost in a straight westerly almost, pretty much. And then, yeah, pretty soon we'll be onto a long leg towards Dubrovnik by the look of it.
Yeah, but this, sorry to interrupt you. In any case, this race, also like past years, is very, very interesting race. It's I like a lot this, and also I was not racing a lot in last times, but this race for me will be every year appointment because it's very, very. I'm having a lot of fun in this race.
This small battle where the main fleet, the leading pack, has to change direction after going close to the coast of Albania, made the pack behind, the middle pack, the small group with your mom, have a chance to come back in the race. We saw how they were going inside this small bay and then following the coast and actually meeting up with rest of the fleet, and they actually managed to gain around 15 to 20 nautical miles on the leading group. Only small changes in the leaderboard. We can see how the top three is sneaking away actually the top two. It's Buddha and it's Tripapapatia from MCS sneaking away, but don't worry, a small mistake in the Adriatics will make everything change. Right now we can see the leader is sailing with a wind speed of 15.9 knots and having a speed of the boat of 9 knots. So that's a good speed they have. But don't worry, a lot of things will happen. If we are looking into the wind forecast, then let's see what happens. Within the next 6 hours, the wind will speed up. So this will maybe have the main fleet go towards the coast of Croatia, because this way they can have the best possible speed and also don't change the course too many times. Or will they, when they approach the middle, tack back to the Italian coast? And it's all about how the weather develops, so because in 12 hours we can see the weather develops, so it's the favorite to go towards the Italian coast. But what will happen tomorrow? Zoom! The wind has gone, it has disappeared. It's like somebody just pulled the wind away, and we are going to experience wind speeds of 5, 4, 3 knots. But if they are approaching the Italian coast, they will hit 10 knots in total. In 36 hours, we are yet again having a wind shift. If they are approaching the Italian coast, they suddenly will see themselves sailing in upwind, light wind. So what to choose, I don't know. I'm not the top sailor here, but the players are into quite some strategic and tactical battles.
Exactly. At that moment, we will have two options like past year, to go near Italy or near Croatia. And then we will see, we will be the best solution. And my strategy for what I look in the forecast will be to stay near Italy, because for me this moment, at least for the forecast that I can read, is favorable to me.